Hello and welcome to everybody on Cloud Fitness. So today's video is in continuation to the Azure Synapse Analytics Play series, and this is part 15 in that. In today's video, we are going to see how we can install libraries onto Synapse Workspace. Or Synapse Notebook. So when we talk about Synapse Notebook, they are much similar to the Databricks Notebook, but the way of installing libraries might be a bit different, right? So we are going to see how we can install the libraries in Synapse Workspace. Whenever you are working on notebooks, you might have some custom libraries that you might want to install, or you might have some extra open source libraries that you must be using in your project and you want to import them, you want to use them. How do we do that? So now let's go ahead to the Synapse portal and see how we can do that. So before moving on to the Synapse portal, so this is the Databricks instance. And now when you talk about Databricks, so directly onto your cluster, you can go ahead to the libraries part and you can click on install new option over here. And then you can simply name any library. So let's say network X, right? So this is one library that you can install, and you just, it is quite easier, right? Directly through UI, you can install. And in the similar fashion, if you have any jar file, if you have a Python egg, if you have a Python wheel file, then also you can directly install your libraries through these Python wheels, right? But when you talk about the workspace option, when you talk about your Azure Synapse Analytics, how do we do that? We do not see any direct option of doing that, right? So let's go to the notebooks and see how we can do that. So when you go to these notebooks, you should know that by default, Azure Synapse Analytics has a lot of libraries for you. So if you want to see what our libraries are present, you can, which are actually there in the notebook itself, you can directly run this command. Let me try to zoom it. Import package resources, right? So from this package resources, you will have a lot of different libraries. So these are all different libraries. So let's say XZBoost, and quite a lot of libraries are present which you can use for your basic data engineering tasks, for your machine learning tasks, for your data science tasks. So you can choose, you just need to import these libraries and you can go ahead and start using it. So apart from that, if you still require more libraries, then at session level you can do that. Now when I say at the session level, if you see on the right hand side, we have talked about the settings option quite a lot of time. Let me zoom it again. So if you see over here in the settings tab, right, you have an option of packages in the configure session. Now when you click on this packages option, you can actually upload a YAML file over here. So when I say a YAML file, it is nothing. Let me close this. So it is nothing, it is just a file where you basically mention the libraries that you want to install, right? You just mention the libraries, but these libraries have to be an open source libraries. So the moment you mention those in form of a YAML file and upload over here, so let's say I click on upload new file, then it will ask you to select a YAML file, and then you can go ahead and select a XYZ YAML file, and this will actually have the set of your libraries and the version installed, a version that you want to install each library for, right? So that will be a very simple file, and then you just upload it. Now the moment you upload it, it will ask you to restart your pool. Actually, the moment it starts applying the session, it will ask you to restart the pool. Now what happens with these libraries is these are the only libraries which are present as open source, and you need to restart the session. So these are a session level properties, these are session level libraries. The moment you stop the session, these libraries are gone. So it works in this regard. Now apart from that, what do we do if we want to have some custom level libraries? Let's say in that case, this is not so good option. At least I would not prefer this option of installing the libraries. So I would actually prefer the second option of installing the libraries, which is there on the left hand side. If you click on this manage icon, let me again zoom it. If you click on this manage icon over here, then the code libraries section, you have workspace packages, right? So I would actually prefer installing all the packages in form of my wheel file into this workspace. Now once I have installed these libraries in form of a zipped file. So these wheel files are nothing but a zipped Python code in a binary format, right? So this is my library. Now once I have installed this, I'll quickly go open my Apache Spark pool. So these are my available Apache Spark pools. I'll quickly go to the three dots over here, and then there is an option of packages over here. So the moment I click on these packages option, I will be asked to select from the workspace packages. So I have these set of workspace packages, right? So it is asking me to select from which package I want to install. So let's say I want to install this traits one. So if I click on this option and I click on select, so you will actually see that these the test wheel was already it was already uploaded. So right now I have uploaded the traits one, right? The traits wheel file. So now you can see that the workspace wheel file has actually imported to my Synapse pool, Synapse Apache Spark pool, to the pool which I wanted to. So whenever I will use this pool, automatically these libraries will come. So this is one way in which you can actually use the libraries, custom libraries, or any sort of libraries. So this is something that I prefer, and I will show you how we can do it end to end. Apart from this, there's again one more way of you can see in the same plane, in the same package option of a particular pool, you will see this option of requirement files, right? So if you click on this upload option, you can actually add a text or a YAML file. So what is this text or a YAML file? So if you want to install any pip library, in that case you will actually mention the name of the library and the version in form of a text file or the YAML file, and you will upload it over here. So this is also one way in which you can upload the libraries. But now we will actually look forward for these workspace packages, because this kind of method will actually be used everywhere. It can be used in every possible cases. So going back to the workspace packages, actually I will delete this package from here. Now once I've deleted this package, failed, I'll check why it failed. Okay, so right now Spark pool is actually using this particular file. That is why it failed. So it is already being used by some Apache Spark pool, so it has given error. So in that case, you need to go back to the Apache Spark pool, and then you need to click on packages, and you can see that it is being used here, right? So you have to delete it from here, and then you need to click on apply. And in the similar way, for the second pool also it was being used. So you go to the package option over here, delete it, and then you click on apply. So this is how basically you need to make sure that the package is not being referenced by anywhere else, right? Then once the changes are published, it will be able to delete it. So now guys, we will actually go ahead and we will actually create a wheel file from here, and we will create a wheel file and we'll try to upload it over here. So for creation of the wheel file, let's go to the PyCharm over here, and let's create a new project name as Synapse wheel. Let's click on create wheel. Now to create the wheel file, I have this project named as Synapse wheel. Now inside this Synapse wheel, I'll create a new folder directory named as test wheel. Hit create. Now inside the test wheel, I will create a new Python file, which is nothing but my initialization file, init.py file. Now inside this test.wheel, after creating init file, I'll again go ahead and create one more Python file named as test.py. So this test.py will actually hold my code which I want to package. Now similarly, I'll create a new Python file which is nothing but setup.py file, right? So this is the setup.py file. Now just for the demo purpose, I'll write some code here which I'll try to package, and then I'll import, and then I'll try to use it in the Synapse notebook. So let's go to the init file first. Init file you can leave as empty as well, but for now we'll write some code over here. So I have written some functions over here, two basic functions which are doing nothing. They are just trying to say hi, welcome to the init file, and then print the age. Now let's go to the test py file, which is the actual file, which is the actual module that we are trying to call. Now inside this test.py file, again what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to import all the functions from my init file, and then again I have some functions which are just printing statements, right? And then I'll go to the setup.py file, and here I will actually try to give the command to so basically this is setup tools, right? From setup tools I'm just trying to give the name of my package, which is test wheel. I'm asking it to go to this particular test wheel and try to package it, right? So this is how it happens. And now once you have all this setup ready, you can actually go to the your PowerShell, and then now let's do ls. Now you can see that this we have created this synapse wheel. Right now inside the synapse wheel, let's go inside the synapse wheel and see what is present. Now you will see that here test wheel file, test wheel package is present. Our setup.py file is present. I will actually show you this in the documents itself. So this is the place where my PyCharm project lies. So this is where my PyCharm project is. So this is my setup.py file which I've created. This is my test wheel package which has init file and test.py file, right? So the same thing you can actually see over here. Now I have everything over here. Now what I want to do, I just want to create a wheel file out of it, right? Now we have all our folder structure, everything is ready, so we will directly go and write the command python setup.py, because we want to call setup.py, and then we are going to give the distribution wheel that we want to create a distribution wheel. Now let's run this. Now the moment you run this, you will actually see that your package will get created. Now let's go back to this. It will be easier for you to visualize. So let's refresh this. Now you can see that it has an egg created, it has a distribution, it has a build. Now if you go inside the distribution, you will actually see that your Python wheel is created. So now let's try to now this wheel is created. Right now if you go to the PyCharm project, now you will see that you have successfully created your wheel file. Now again, if you go inside this distribution folder which is created, you will actually be able to see this Python wheel file. Right now in the similar way, if you go back to your Synapse workspace, and this is your workspace package, just go ahead and you can upload a wheel file or jar file. So we are using wheel file, we are using Python binary package. So we will actually go ahead and we will select our Python wheel. So this is a Python wheel that we have created. So we have just selected it, and let's try to upload it. Now you can see it is trying to upload this file. So we'll just wait for it to get uploaded. So now guys, you can actually see, I'll zoom it, that this wheel file has been uploaded to my workspace, right? So I have imported this content as my workspace. Now I'll go to the Apache Spark pool. So let's say I want to upload it to my wheels pool, right? So I'll go click on these three dots, click on the package part of it, and then I will try to click on select from the workspace package, and then I will check test wheel, right? Now select this option. Now the moment you select this option, it will ask you to apply it. So just apply this. Now you can see it is trying to apply these settings. So this may take some time. So let's wait for that. Now guys, you can actually see that all these icons have become disabled. So these are no more in the blue color, but the above one, the serverless Spark pool, that is still in the blue color. It has actually disabled it because it is trying to upload the package. So guys, now let's go ahead and check the packages. So now the package is involved, package has installed, and it actually takes your full-fledged time. So you have to be aware that it will take some time to reflect the package. So now you can see the package has been uploaded to the wheel Apache Spark pool. The name of the Apache Spark pool is wheel. So let's go back to the notebook over here. Now guys, for this notebook, now let's first run this command. Let's attach it to the wheels and then run the first command. Now what this first command is actually doing, it is trying to show us the packages which are already present. So it should show our test package which we have installed. So now guys, you can see that after my wheels pool has started, you can see that these are the libraries installed, and now this is the one test wheel which we have installed, right? So this is the library that we have installed in our workspace, and now we can see that it has been imported as a package itself. Now let's go ahead and I'll just run my command 2. Let me zoom it. So here in my command 2 from the test wheel, so this is the name of my package. From my test wheel, I'm importing the test. I'm importing all the functions in test. I'm importing all the functions in the init, right? Now let's try to run cell 3. Now coming on to the cell 3, these are the functions which are present in my init file, right? So if I go back over here and I open my init file, so this is the function that is present in my init file, right? Function init and print age. So function init, I'm calling function init and print age. So now you can see it has returned welcome to init.py file. I am 21 years old. So it has it has taken that package. Now if I run command 4, which is the cell 4, then you can see these are the functions from test.py file. If I go back to my test.py file, in that case I have function test, I have print name, I have print test age. Now similarly, I have called all these functions over here. Now if I try to run this cell, you will see that I have this as an output. Welcome to test.py file. Hello, my name is World. I'm 34 years old, right? So this is how you can actually import your custom library or even your normal libraries as a wheel file, and then you can use it in your Apache Spark pools. Also, if you want, you can also use your libraries in form of the packages, which is your python.yaml file. You can upload this file over here, which is for a session level, right? So I hope whatever I explained is clear, and I hope you liked this hands-on session, and do try this and do let me know whether you were able to install the libraries into the Synapse workspace, and do let me know if you have any comments or questions, and do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.